Okay, so the first thing I'd like to share today is, when working with triggers, I think it's something that we spoke about yesterday. When there is a disturbance and our energy changes. And I think really what I'd like to share is, I think what's much more important than the actual method through which we try to, investigate the trigger is more the energy behind it. So the first thing is to really have the energy of compassion, patience, curiosity, and to treat it as an exploration, right? You're not trying to fix. The second you're trying to fix something, you're saying it's wrong, right? But instead, just embracing whatever the current experience is as it is, and then working, but just from a place of pure curiosity, pure exploration. And I feel if you have those intentions, no matter what you do, whether it's journal, whether it's talk to a friend, whether it's whatever way you deal with your triggers, just having that approach of those different qualities can be really helpful, and not forgetting unconditional love too. So this is the first thing I'd like to share today. And then, what else comes to me today is often in my courses, I speak about these different obstacles to us accessing joy, peace, and happiness. And one of them is this believing that those things are in the future. So believing that I'll be happy, joyful, at peace, I'll be okay when something happens. So when I get something, when my circumstances change, when things get better, when things improve, right? You can fill in the blank with whatever version. We all have a version. When I get more money, when I retire, when I get a house, when I get a car, when I go on holidays, and like can even be short-term ones. I sometimes laugh at these ones. It's like when I eat, right? And like I'll be happy when I just get some lunch, or when work's over, or when I finish this task, or whatever it might be. And it's this constant kind of mind trick that this isn't it, and it is in the future. And it's also, when you hear people saying I'm figuring things out or I'm getting there, it's like there's nowhere to get to, right? What you're looking for is already there. So it's even with that, whatever the circumstance might be, but we seek, it's not really the circumstance we want, right? We think it is. We think, oh, I want that circumstance. But what it really is it's the experience we think that circumstance will give us. We have an idea it will make us feel some way, right? Like, winning the lottery, for example, right? Everyone wants that, right? Because they think it will make them feel something. Generally, they think they'll be free, right? I can just do whatever the hell I want. But not realizing that those qualities are within you: freedom, joy, peace, love, abundance. They're inherent qualities, they're intrinsic. But the second you make your freedom conditional upon something, it's not really freedom. Like if you're like, oh, I'll be free if I just had enough money, right? That's not freedom, because you've made it conditional upon something being a certain way, right? And it's a mind trick, because the mind will convince you, okay, right, if I just get this amount of money, I'll be free. But as soon as you get that amount of money, it will want more, because it's coming from a place that you believe that you're not free in the first place. So it doesn't change the ego's, the root cause. It doesn't change this egoic belief that I can't be free unless I have enough money, right? And yeah, it can be the same for many different things. It's like love, I can only, if I have a partner, then I'll experience love. It's like love is who you are. It's not, but the second now, oh, it's because of them that I experience love. That's when attachment happens. And it's like, I can only experience that around this person. And that's not to deny that we can have an experience within ourselves around certain people. But it's not that that person is the gatekeeper and the source of your love. They are just a reflection to reveal, for you to reveal and realize the essence of love that you are. So it's not that they own and that's where your love is in this person. They just reveal the essence of love that you are. And that's a beautiful experience, like amazing. Thank you for revealing that in me. Right? But it's not that it's only around them you can feel that way. And that's where people get trapped, this whole thing of you complete me. If someone completes you, that means you're saying unconsciously that I'm incomplete as I am. So it's realizing that who you are is complete and whole by virtue of your existence. And realizing that, the more you think that your happiness is in the future, the more you're in a state of unhappiness today. And like I said, what you're looking for is already there. So it's about sinking into the essence of who you are. It's like, wow, joy, contentment, it's there. It's who I am. It's who you are. It's like, it's your birthright, which is cool. So, yeah, and then another one that, you guys who've done my courses, I would have spoke about quite a bit, is these beliefs that we can have, about ourselves. And this is generally, when we have a trigger, this is what it's revealing within us. It's revealing some deeper wound, right? And generally it comes down to these beliefs that we have about ourselves. And these are things that we can even become aware of during a meditation, right? When we give ourselves the opportunity to sit with those triggers and to investigate them with curiosity. And yeah, it's just about noticing, I've spoken about identity, and usually it's an I am something, right? I am this, I am that. But for these beliefs, it can also be I am not. So I am not safe. I'm not good enough. I'm not going to be okay. I'm not wanted. I don't matter. And these are all different worlds that we can live in, right? But again, they're beliefs. They're not true, right? They're not actually a truth in terms of who you are at your essence, right? Who you are is complete and whole. So, yeah, I'm just trying to think the I'm not good enough is a huge one for people, because if we believe that to be true, what do we keep doing? We try to be good enough. And this is where we get caught in the doing rather than the being. We're constantly trying to get to some point, maybe some set of circumstances, maybe some idea of success. And then when we get there, finally, then I'll be enough. But the same as with the I am free. Now and the only person who's done this, you've made your enoughness conditional upon circumstance being a certain way. And yeah, it's like, does that mean without those circumstances, you're not enough? So instead, it's realizing that, like I said, you're complete and whole just by virtue of your existence. You don't look at a baby and think, they should be doing more. They should have achieved more. No, it's just like, wow, they are so incredibly amazing just by being. And if we could just take a moment to recognize that in ourselves and in other people, the world would be certainly a more harmonious place. So yeah, that's where I'll finish today. Thank you guys for joining and listening, and being with me. Yeah. And another thing that actually comes to me is, you know, I mentioned about just embracing your current experience as it is. And really, I think that's my message for today. You know, we can still have days where we just feel like we're not good enough, and we just feel like, I don't know, maybe things aren't going our way or whatever it might be, right? And then we can also have the narrative, I shouldn't feel this way, right? I shouldn't feel this way. I should be thinking more positively, you know, I'm joy and peace, I'm freedom, right? But sometimes it's just in that moment just to be like, no, just it's okay. It's okay. Because I woke up this morning and my thoughts weren't exactly pleasant. And I was being a little bit hard on myself, right? But it's just like, and initially I was resisting that, being like, oh, why am I feeling this way? Just be happy. You're going to the beach, amazing. But I just took a moment and be like, wow, actually, I'm just going to honor this experience, right? Just allow it to be there. And it's amazing when I did that, how much it just space it created, how much it opened me up. So yeah, um, that's finally what I'll share today.